G'day guys, MP Numbers here. Just a quick one from me because Challenge 4 is being handled by my fantastic Brit judges, including Matt from Total MTG, MTG Magpie, and our guest host, Jordan from Team Orcs Head. Now, Challenge 4 was our vlog challenge. It was supposed to be our second elimination challenge, but with a bit of bad news, one of our competitors did have to actually drop out before the challenge even started. I'll let him speak for himself to let you know what's going on.
Hey guys, Foodtime here. Unfortunately, I will have to drop out of the YouTube Creators Contest. I just don't have the free time like I used to create content. I've started a new job since then. I really love what I do, and I just wish I had the free time to continue making videos. Hopefully, I can still make a couple here and there, but I just don't have the time to participate currently in the Creators Challenge. Hopefully I can come back and maybe help MP Numbers record for a couple of the upcoming challenges in any way that I can help with that. But unfortunately, I just do not have the time right now to make videos in the way that I want to. So keep an eye out. Hopefully I'll be back soon. But again, just keep checking out these awesome creators. Keep checking out the contest. It's awesome. I'll be here every step of the way watching, and follow me on Twitter. I will be talking about the contest. I'll be talking about Magic constantly on there. It's something I can still do. You can still reach out to me there.
So unfortunately, Foodtime is done for this season, which means there won't be an elimination this round and all 4 competitors will move forward. From here, I'll pass it over to the Brits and I'll drop back in once all the feedback is given to go through the scores.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to creaYTors Season 2. And yes, I know you suddenly see my face and you're like, you hold out hope, but this isn't Season 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is Season 2, and we set an amazing challenge for our competitors, and I wish I had to do the vlog, which, if anyone who watches Season 1 will know that, you know, Team Orcs Head did rather well at that one, even though we kind of missed the mark completely on what we were meant to film. But apart from that, you know, it was great fun. So anyway, let's just skip all this malarkey and jump straight into the reviews of the videos.
Have mercy on me, sinner.
So, I have watched Yore MTG's video. Certainly have to say I enjoyed the vlog. It was very good. I liked the opening bit. It was very bit dark initially. It was very odd, but a different way of doing it. I definitely like it. Couple of notes I have made. I found the music transition when you were on your, what as I call filler bits, was a bit jolty in some places. It wasn't quite as smooth as I would have expected it. When you were transitioning from your looking directly at the camera, you were always transitioning out while pressing the button. It would have been a bit cleaner and smoother. Possibly, I would have liked it just to be talking like this, and then you cut, you know, and then it's the next bit. But yeah, there was a little bit as well on discussing the filler bits. You had a bit of audio imbalancing. Some music and certain bits were very loud, and it was very sort of going from quietish tones to suddenly very loud music. Was, especially when I had my headphones in, was very bit painful. But the lighting was excellent. Wow, you did a really good job on an overcast day. Have to say that. There was a little bit of wind noise, but then again, you might not have an external mic. We do have one for when I do the vlogs occasionally. But again, that's getting around wind noise is an absolute problem. But yeah, your facts very good. I enjoyed them. I did deliberately go through and check it to make sure there was no parrots at all in any of the pirate artwork, and I couldn't find a single one. There has to be one. I can't imagine that no artist didn't paint a parrot in the background of any of the pirate ones. So I've had a look. I'm sure someone in the dear viewers can find it, but I spent like a good 20 minutes looking at both sets for Ixalan and Rivals, and I couldn't find one. So if anyone can find one with a pirate behind a pirate, please do, because I need to know now. So yeah, all in all, very good video. I enjoyed it very much.
So the first video I watched was Yore MTG. Man, I absolutely love your content. It was amazing. For me, your best video so far. I love the transitions. I love just the way it was filmed. I just loved everything about it. You never fail to make me laugh. I love the way you put your points up in the little bubbles and everything like that. Editing, video concept, absolutely spot on, fella.
Kicking things off with a pre-release vlog from Yore MTG with a pirate theme and a slightly Outlast-esque vibe to it. Although let's face it, if this was Outlast, that camera had far too much battery to be true. Anyway, I digress. I thought this was a really solid attempt at a vlog. I really thought you did a good job with the audio editing. The music choices were great. The opening of the pre-release pack was ace. You know, the cards were all in frame nicely. The focus was brilliant. I thought it had good continuity throughout, so we were following the stages of the pre-release. And yeah, I just thought it was a really good first-time vlog. It was nice to see a slightly more kind of subdued video going on here, a bit more personal. And yeah, I thought it was a really good change of pace, showed good range of skills, and yeah, thumbs up from me.
So, after watching Breakfast with Nerds vlog video, now, they didn't do a pre-release, they did a behind-the-scenes shoot of one of their podcasts, which was quite interesting to see. Seems though me and the boys do a podcast ourselves, and it's interesting to see their setup. It's nice to know that it's not just Team Orcs Head who has the janky room setup. Thank God. But it is excellent to see, and it was good to see sort of around your home as well. Thank you for showing us that. So some little critiques on the video. Personally, I found while I had my headphones in, listening with the background music was a bit hard, especially when the initial bit where Paul was talking, because Paul talked a bit softly, so it was being a bit drowned out with music blaring at the same time. So personally, I would have, while you were talking, maybe just dull down the music a little bit, just so it brings your voices over a bit better. Definitely love the odd couple style of the video, especially as we see Randy and the beautiful clean room, and then we cut to Paul, who has a nice desk organised with filler cards. Love it. Oh God, I aspire to be that, and I'm never gonna be. Personally, could have done with a little bit of filler. I did like the transitions, but I feel like you were missing out on having some filler, like setting up the room ready for your recording or various things like that, or just a time lapse of one of you doing research and writing notes and typing things. It would have been good. The last one would be facts. So, you could have. It was a bit too subtle the first time. I had to actually watch your video twice to count how many facts you did. And I don't know if I'm allowed to count the last one about throwing out the window, but I'll allow it because I like learning new little bits of knowledge. But yeah, it was good and interesting. You could have been a bit more. I think possibly you may have been better with like a pop-up with facts sort of thing. It might have maybe worked out a bit better. But it was really sweet, actually, how you did do them, but you just weren't very obvious. Whereas some of the other competitors have fact one and various things like that. But, so Paul did do initial ones, and then sort of some of them sort of kind of bled together a little bit. But I can see watching it a second time, he sort of saw the definitions of the fact.
Breakfast with Nerds. It was a really good. It was a different video, so that's what I liked about it. Seeing how you set up and do everything like that. A magic room that looks very much like myself, very messy sometimes and like that. But it was very fun seeing how you work along. Facts were good. I like the way how you have to struggle between. But you live quite far apart, so you make it work. You're doing well, guys. Well done.
And now for something completely different with Breakfast with Nerds. And this was a behind-the-scenes vlog. I mean, wow, it wasn't pre-release for one. Wow. But yeah, I really enjoyed seeing behind the scenes, mainly because it's not that dissimilar to my own janky setup. So it was nice to see I'm not alone with the boxes and the homemade rigging. Anyway, I thought it was really well shot. There was good continuity throughout. I felt like we were following a story, and that was great. The only thing I'll say is occasionally the audio track you'd edited in was fine when Randy was speaking, but just occasionally when Paul was speaking, because I think you're slightly softer spoken, it sort of occluded what you were saying. Just a tad, not major niggle, just, minor niggle. But overall, I really enjoyed, the difference that your vlog brought, mainly because it wasn't pre-release, but it was also something, just totally out there. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed seeing the effort that you guys put into your content. And yeah, I just thought it was a really interesting vlog. So for that, you know, aside from some minor sort of audio things going on, you know, 2 thumbs up. So yeah.
Now we get to the Whole Box and Dice's vlog. Now, the first thing I'm going to say off the bat is that, one, I do like the way you've done the vlog. It's really good. It flows really well, and especially as it kind of fits your style really nicely, actually. But there was no real setup. We didn't know what you were going for or anything like that. I mean, most vlogs that I ever watch, and like such as things like Graham Stark, whenever he does one, and various other vloggers, is that they sort of tell the story of where they're going for the day. You know, it sort of doesn't matter what immediately they're going to, but they'll sort of set it up a little bit. So I did feel that you were a bit pacey and like out the gates before telling us. So that's sort of one little criticism. Also, you know, there wasn't much filler again, but to be fair, I kind of felt that your vlog didn't need it, because you are having this general one dialogue going all the way through. The music was good. But I said the audio balancing felt fine. I could actually hear you very well. I could hear the music just below it. It was fine. I didn't have didn't feel very bad. I have to say it did feel a little bit like a battle reports, because it didn't feel much like a vlog because of filler and stuff like that. You know, things that are going on elsewhere. You did mention it was two-headed giant in the when you see the battle bit. But it looked more like a singleton game, so I don't know about that. It sort of put me... I was like, oh, didn't it say two-headed giant? That was a bit odd. I assume you meant you were attending the two-headed giant pre-release bit. But I don't know. Anyway. Also, facts. I didn't feel that you defined the facts very well. So I like the way you sort of gave us an overview of what things happen with vampires, what can we get out of it and all that. Don't get me wrong, that was brilliant. I really liked that. But I just didn't get facts, you know, like fact 1, fact 2, fact 3, fact 4, fact 5. But yeah, so in terms of the challenge, but in terms of how the video looked and all that, brilliant, excellent, looked really good. As I said, the stuff that you mentioned that I assumed were meant to be your facts were more sort of stat-based than lore-based as well. But definitely really good. I enjoyed it. It was a really good video.
So the last video I watched was Whole Box and Dice. Man, absolutely brilliant video. I reckon definitely one of your best yet to me. I love your editing skill with the bits coming up in the right and stuff like that. The angles of the gameplay and everything was really, really good. You also opened up an absolutely epic promo as well, the same as Canuck, which was absolutely hilarious. But it was a very good video. The audio with you is always spot on. Lovely video. Keep up the great work, dude.
On to the Whole Box and Dice with a pre-release Vampires. I thought this was a brilliantly crafted vlog. I really enjoyed the voiceover that goes with the clips you'd shot. I thought that was great. I really enjoyed that. It got rid of a whole host of audio issues that could be happening. You know, we had nice, clean audio over some well-shot footage, and I really liked that. What I also really enjoyed was the fact that we could watch some gameplay as well. I enjoyed watching that. I thought that was fun, watching those segments. And yeah, the facts felt so natural, the way you slotted them in to your vlog. And overall, I just thought this was a great vlog, and I really enjoyed watching this one. So yeah, 2 thumbs up from me.
Next video is MTG Canuck's pre-release vlog video. And now... firstly, obviously, he tells us that he's going to the midnight pre-release. So immediately my thought was, okay, I'm going to expect some dark bits at some point. You did a really good job, pal. I really liked it. Obviously, when you did do the transition initially to outside, it was fine. And then it got very dark and it was very hard to see. Maybe I might have tried to cut that out, or maybe just have it as some filler content, possibly. But yeah, it was certainly interesting to see how much snow there was. I mean, Jesus. Travelling all that way to the LGS while it's snowing must be mad. But yeah, definitely I liked how smooth your music transition was whenever you go into the filler. But there was some bits where the music did fade a little bit too late when you were transitioning back. But, you know, just little niggles here and there. I would have liked a bit more filler. There was lots of cutscenes between you and just like things of cracking packs or something of that nature, just to sort of break it up would have been nice, or even a bit of what your store looks like, the weather outside, cars going past, just a bit more filler would have been great, pal. But yeah, but all in all, it was good. One thing personally, with the fact sub challenge, I personally would have liked them throughout, so that would have been a good way to have your filler content. I didn't like them having all bolted on at the end. That's personal preference to myself. But yeah, definitely a very good video. Great to see the difference in vlogs, especially from last time when you did one as well. You've improved a lot, Paul, and it's been really good to see you again. So yeah, all in all, another great video.
So the next video I watched was MTG and Canucks. Man, you knocked this out of the park as well. Really, really good video. You're going to the midnight pre-release. What a promo you pulled as well. Really like your interaction, looking at the deck and doing the like. Your transitions were good. Just thought really, really good video. Coming along so well, my friend. Well done.
Moving on to MTG Canuck, and we are back at pre-release again. This time it's a Planeswalker pre-release, and I just want to throw out that I look forward to these intros every single challenge, and once again, you did not disappoint with your pretty bomb intro. Really liked that. I thought you did a really good job in the difficult conditions you had. Obviously it was dark outside, obviously pre-releases are quite noisy. I thought you had quite a good balance of sort of when you edited out the noise, when you kept the noise in. Thought that was great. Just occasionally there were issues with autofocus on the cards when you were opening them, but I know exactly what that's like. My phone, there it goes, so yeah, I mean, you know, little niggles. Other than that, I did feel your pre-release kit sabotaged you in terms of getting your Planeswalker facts in, but I did like them, and I thought the card pop in and out animations you did were choice. They were great. So yeah, maybe a little bit of continuity, minor niggles going on, but overall thought it was really solid, really good, and the intro as always, you know, ace.
Alrighty, so you've heard the feedback from our Brits. Now, I have to agree with the general consensus that came across in all the videos in that all these vlogs were great. I don't think anyone could be considered a loser in this round, and my feedback pretty much matches what they would have said anyway. I'm really glad we don't have to eliminate anyone this round, because I don't think anyone deserves to be eliminated from these videos that were submitted. But to look at the scores, because scoring is one of the important things that we do with our challenges, it was really close. Probably one of the closest ones we've had, and interestingly, a nice little range of scores from all the judges, but that's not relevant. So for this week, our winner and overall top scorer was Coops from the Whole Box and Dice with a total score of 80 out of 90. In equal second place was MTG Canuck and Yore MTG with a tied score of 72. And only fractionally behind, probably because of those little audio issues, was the guys at Brekkie with Nerds on 69 points. Now, as we said, no elimination this round. There may be an advantage. We'll come back to that. But otherwise, that's Challenge 4 done. We'll come back for Challenge 5 and keep going with it. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget to, if you want to support us, Patreon, TeeSpring, lots of different things happening in the links. Check out all the creators, check out all the videos, give us some feedback, find us, and have a good one. Bye.